Hello and welcome to EVE Online. Now, when I was live streaming earlier, I got asked if I do any exploration. Now, yeah, I do some exploration. I'm pretty sure everybody's tried it out in the past, but what got me thinking was, moving into love characters, the alphas don't really know how to fit ships for exploration, but it's quite easy for the basics if you just want to run around high sec and fit a ship for exploration. Now, the character I'm on right now is an alpha clone. They were limited to what they can do, but what I'll do is I'll run through the basics for the ship that you'll be looking for in exploration. Now you can do it in any ship, of course, but as you probably know in most of EVE Online, you do get bonuses for specific types of ship. So if we go along here over to the ship tree, you'll find that we load up Kadari and we have the frigates. The frigates can be found at this end of the ship tree. And the one we are looking for specifically is the Heron. Now you will notice that if we drag the Heron up here, it gets a bonus to core and combat probe strength, along with roll bonuses to relic and data analyzer. Now this is the important bit for exploration, data and relic analyzers. Of course our probe strength helps a lot, but that's got other means. Now, if you are flying Kildari as an alpha clone, this is the guy you need. You need the Heron. It's not a particularly good looking ship, if I'm honest. Of all the Kadari ships, it's not my favourite, but it's still quite a nice wee boat. Now that is for the Kildari. If you are flying Amar, you will need the Magnate, which is unhidden here. It's this one here. Now you'll notice that the Omega symbol is on that because I am a Kildari pilot. I can't fly that yet. If I was an Omega pilot, of course I could fly whatever I wanted, just need the skills for it. But once again, you will notice that, like the other one, it gets the exact same bonuses as the Heron does, so really, when it comes to that, it's really what you prefer. One of the big differences between the Heron and the Magnate is that the Heron is armor tanked, whereas the Magnate is armor tanked, whereas the Heron is shield tanked. That's down to just being racial differences. If you move over to the other two races, you get the Galenti, which you'll be looking for. I believe it's the Imicus. Once again, you notice the same bonuses, and much like the MR one, it is armor tanked. You can tell that by looking at these symbols here. You see, small gives you the ship size, what tank it is, that'll say armor or shield, and then the main purpose of the ship. In this case, exploration for either for scouting, through probes, or for looking at the ships. We head over to the Mimitar, and it is the probe we're looking for, I believe. Yep, once again, same bonuses again. So we look. Of all the Mimitar ships, not a bad wee looking one, but once again you'll notice the same probe, and it will show like the Kildari one, a wee shield icon, which means it's better for shield tanking. But today, as I said, I am flying a Kildari pilot, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at fitting a Heron. So once we want to come over here and get your ship fitter, lovely wee thing, the simulate button. We're now in the simulation. We go to hulls and sits, and we're looking for frigates, which is right about here. Frigates already opened. Excellent. And we want to get the Heron, and just click and drag. And there we go. There's the Heron. So I'll see the price down here, and we get all our stats and everything we need over on the right hand side here. But first thing we want to do is modules. Now, before we go any further, best thing to do is make sure this is ticked. So that means it filters through your skills. And also for hull, that one there for hull restrictions. Now that means that you won't be able to put anything on the ship, which you shouldn't be able to put on the ship. Now, for any exploration you're going to have to do, you are going to have to scan sites. So we have to go to scanning equipment. Just click here to get high slots, which are these ones here. They also with the similar symbols. And we want to put in scan probe launchers. And in this case, we're going to go cheap because we're new player, alpha, we don't have much ISK. We want to choose a core probe launcher. Now pop that in there, and that's the basic. That's all you need to start scanning. You don't need anything else other than the core probe launcher to start scanning. But to actually run the sites in question, you will need something extra, and in that case, you will need to go through here. Once again, you'll need to turn off that, but enable the mid slots, which are these ones here. And we want to come down to scanning equipment, and we need analyzers. Now, if you want to do data sites, you will need a data analyzer, which we can do by just clicking and dragging, pulling it on there. And we can also get relic analyzers. Now, it's also for relic sites. At this stage in the game, if you're running high sex best boats, just have both on, but if you want to go on specific sites, if you're going to go hunt specific sites, put one or the other on, it's better that way. Now, the Heron, as we discussed earlier, is shield tanked. Now, this is not going to be a big thing when running high six sites, but you might come across the occasion where you do need tank. So that would just be the occasional rat NPC ship that we fight with, known as rats around the Eve community. So in that situation, we would probably want to go into shields here, and first thing we just want to fit a wee shield extender. Gives us a bit more basic health. The shield extender extends the shield basically at this hit point here. You see if I voice over it goes green. That means that's how much of a bonus I would get. Now, we are in Gurustas territory, which is Kaldari space, so we could tank towards Gurustas, but that's kind of it's a different game. So what we do is we're just leave it with one. We'll leave it with one in there, and just to help us get around, we're going to put in a wee propulsion mod. In this case, a 1 meganewton afterburner, and you see that popped our speed up to 799 meters per second. That just allows us to get around sites quicker. Some of the sites can be quite fast. Right, so that's the basics. So the only thing I would say advice again is if you go into low slots this time, so that's one side here, you'll only have 2 for the Heron, and you want to go hull and armor, and just want to put a damage control module in, and then you notice that jumps everything up here to green. The damage control module, if you just want to go into there, you see just highlighting over it, shows it gives you bonuses to damage resistance on shields, armor, and hull. Now, as you get older, you get into the more classic ones, you get the higher value ones, such as the IFFA, and of course the damage control Tech 2. One of the few Tech 2 modules that is available to alpha clones as far as I'm aware. Just double check that. We go there, pop that in there, and we see it doesn't have the Omega symbol on it, so this is available to alpha clones as well. And if you want to see the requirements of that, it's just hull upgrades for a skill which, of course, alphas can get. So as you see, this is a brand new alpha clone roughly. I haven't upgraded to alpha, so you'll see it takes 4 days approximately to get that, but it's not so much great you need to worry about. Now, if this is the first time out you're going out, you might want to take some guns just to feel safe. Since we are flying Kaldari, we've got 2 types of weapons available to us. The first is hybrid turrets, where you can take railguns or blasters, up to yourself entirely which one you prefer. You see that there's lots of variants of them, which is a bit disconcerting to look at all times. If you want to, your best recommendation would just be shove a couple of railguns on it. That's fine. Now you notice that your capacitor here is now overloaded, but you need to remember that this won't be on all the time, so if we turn that off, we can see that it is actually stable, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, if you also need ammo. So if we go into there, we can see all the different types of ammo available. Stay out of faction for now, probably a bit out of the price range. But there is a bit of a problem. You'll notice that down here, it's probably been flashing for some time, you'll notice that we have a lack of power grid. Now, power grid is one of the 2 components to make up the ship's resources essentially. You've got CPU in this one, power grid down here. The 2 resources are required to basically fit modules, whereas capacitor is used to activate modules. Now we'll probably find that if we remove the guns from the ship, there we go, power grid's back up. So that's just, you can upgrade that, but basically it's not to fit the 150. If we fit the 125, we'll probably find we're still low on power grid, but it's not as bad, because once again they don't require as much. But if we want to do it, we can set the 75, and there we go, we're still 9 power grid. You can see which by hovering over them you get some basic stats on them with fall-off range, optimal range, and turret velocity. More likely to be discussed in a combat video. For now, I have trained this alpha in missiles slightly, so what we're going to do is I'm going to fit some missile launchers to it, just because that's where this alpha is going. And we want to go in here, and we just want to fit some Scourge missiles. Now we can see over here that we have some DPS. Now you notice that with missile launchers the DPS is particularly low because missiles rely heavily on alpha damage, which is the first strike damage, which you can see over here is 174. Now that is basically us fit. There's a couple of empty slots we can see, which we could always expand on early. We could always put another shield extender in here to just give us a bit more EHP, which is this one here. And it's our total hit point, estimated hit points based on, in this case, based on full uniform damage of 25% for shields, 25% for thermal, 25% for kinetic, and 25% for explosive. It's rare you'll ever encounter that kind of uniform damage, but it's a good baseline to kind of judge where you're sitting at. The sleeps over here, you'll see ones we haven't touched. These are rigs. At this stage in the game, probably not needing rigs. It just adds unnecessary cost, but here they are here. You can see that there's many rigs for all sorts of types, such as your missile launchers. You can increase the damage dealt by them by adding a rig. Hybrid weapons engineering, so you can use these ones to increase power grid and CPU. It's just a nice wee touch that if you do need a bit extra, you can throw one of them on. I mean, if I was to throw the, not the overclock one, it'd be the ancillary. Yeah. So it would be that one there, the ancillary control router, that one there. If I would shove that one on, you'd probably find that I could also fit those two hybrid railguns that I couldn't fit earlier, because what it did is it gave me some extra power grid. Now, that's all well and good. We've now said what we want on our ship. You notice down here we give a kind of rough estimate of the cost of 601,000 ISK. Not a bad price for a race rookie ship. If you want to buy all that, just make sure you click multi-buy. It'll open all of here and it'll give you the true cost, which is actually, it's come out as much better than we thought it would be. It's 489,000, so we'll go ahead and buy that. Now, these kind of fittings are always good to have just a kind of line around, so what we'll do is we'll save that fitting and we'll call it the Exploration Heron, and we'll save that there. Now, another thing we can do from this window, which is a really nice feature, now is we can say fit ship, and it'll tell us we have 1 times this ship to be fitted, and we'll just call it the Heron for now. And we'll fit that there. Fit. That ship's now fitted, and it's now sitting here in our ship hangar, right here, all ready to go. You just right click and you make active. Now I can't do that at the moment because for some reason my character came without frig level 1, so we will be waiting to get that up and running. But what we'll do next time is we'll look at actually going and trying finding some basic sites and running through them quickly. Alright, that's all it is to fit ships. The other ships that I did show you were very much similar. Similar kind of idea. What you can do is, once again, you just go into frigates in the ship simulator. Back into frigates, you'll see that I do have access to do all the others. So I can go in, I can grab the probe, throw the probe on there, and I can do the exact same. Though what you'll notice mainly is that you have a different number of mid slots and low slots depending on the ship. So you see that the probe has 3 low slots with the 4 mid slots versus the Heron's 5 mid slots and only 2 low slots. Or if you head up to the Magnate and for the Amar, you know, so you've got 4 low slots, sorry, which would be up for base more and armor tanking, but you lack the mid slots, which is not really good considering but that limits you to what you can put relic analyzer wise. I would say the Magnet's probably one of the weaker ones, just due to that feature itself. Galenti, you've got the Imicus, just find it, always lose this one. The Imicus here, once again, it's a much more balanced one. Like the Probe, it's balanced at 4 and 3, with the Heron and the Magnate being the more extreme ones of lower low slots or more mid slots. Definitely more mid slots is beneficial for an exploration class, so I would always recommend something with a kind of more balance of the Probe or the Imicus or the Heron over the Amar Magnate. If you like the Magnate, fantastic. One thing worth pointing out is that up here you'll see the amount of turret slots and missile launcher slots you get. You notice that the Magnate has 2 turret slots or 2 missile slots. The Imicus, I believe, does not have the same advantage. It limits a wee bit on its customability. You notice that the Imicus actually has 1 turret slot, but the Imicus does get drones, a Galenti staple. You can fit her with drones, which can do the damage at distance for you whilst you stay far out of the line of fire. Always a great wee bit to go on with that. It's always great to get it up and running, see what like. But as I said, if you want to have a little, just go into the ship simulator, see what it like, see how it goes, fit it, and the best thing you can do in Eve is try it. Just go out and try it, see what it is. So as I said, next time we're back, we'll actually go and find a couple of data sites, and we'll run them just to walk through the process and the wee mini game that comes with it. Alright, well, that's it for now. We'll see you again soon, hopefully. See ya.